This is the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Hello and welcome to the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff here in Montreal, Canada. I'm Blake Price. Alongside me is Russ Amber of TSN,
That's
providing
correct.
his colorful perspective on the play, I hope.
Well, thanks, Blake, but these NHL stars are the real colorful personalities, and each player will begin with 50,000 chips, and the winner of the tournament receives $20,000 for the charity of their choice.
We started with 16 of the best hockey players from the NHL Players Association, now testing their poker skills in a game of Texas Hold'em. Tim Connolly and Maxime Talbot have moved on to the semifinals. And there are our next four players, and here is Montreal, site of the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. And let's meet some of these players, shall we?
First one is Sean Avery of the Los Angeles Kings. He's from Pickering, Ontario, and when we asked him about what his poker tip is, it's to mix the way you play the table, bluff when you don't have to, and keep them guessing, Sean.
In seat number 2, Scott Walker, now of the Carolina Hurricanes. Longtime Nashville Predator, of course, hailing from Cambridge, Ontario. And for opposition players on the ice against him, stay focused and on your toes, and it applies to the poker table as well.
And at seat number 3, my friend Donald Brashear of the Washington Capitals. This guy even boxed during the lockout season. He's a good guy, likes to keep the other players at the table off guard. And with that kind of size, I don't think that's too difficult for him.
And in seat number 4, Brad May of the Colorado Avalanche. Remember, back in 1990, drafted in the first round, 14th overall. His grandfather taught him to play, and now he's carrying on, going for charity. And the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff.
No, Jack McElhargy.
Starting with the blinds, small blind, 50, the big blind, 100 here, Russ.
That seems so small, right? By the time we get into this game, it's going to be up to 20,000 for the blind. It's crazy.
100 to call?
I haven't even looked at my cards yet here.
Here's Avery.
An ominous beginning for Sean Avery.
Okay, can I have your cards,
Oh,
please?
yeah.
Thank you.
Take those.
It's 50
You think that's just a ploy?
I was going to say. Nice way to play the patsy at the table.
300 more. 300
The
more.
math's going to be a little bit off with us, I think, counting the...
Avery not raising expectations for this table so far.
They stuck around on it. They just wanted to play. Yeah, right.
Oh, interesting flop here. Jack, ace, king. Obviously, the pair of aces for Scotty Walker.
Mayday's got some spades in that mid of his.
I got lucky. I did.
May's got a long way to the flush, if that's what he is in mind.
Calls, 100.
The possibility for a straight there for May as well, and that's who we have remaining. Scott Walker and Brad May.
Check or bet.
And another king appears.
What's that one?
That's 1,000.
Avery was right. They do need some help with the chips. Wow. Walker bows out, and he had everything going in his favor there.
With the ace as well.
Yeah, you can show us what you had.
Look at that guy.
He's in the game,
He's in the game.
Early on, everybody a little cautious. He never wanted to get too deep, it appears. And
Kings were good. Kings.
And how will Avery's game evolve? Backstage in the PartyPoker.net VIP Players Lounge, Hollywood actor and super hockey fan Alicia Cuthbert caught up with Avery.
Your big blind is 100.
I know how, you are on the ice. You're very sort of
How?
aggressive, I suppose. But you're also very technical too. And I was wondering if playing hockey and playing poker, is there any sort of similarities to you? When you play hockey, do you go into poker?
No, I think there's a little bit of talking. You kind of express yourself playing poker. You get to talk and, throw the other guys off their game by a little trash talking. So, yeah, it's quite similar in that department.
What's your charity?
I'm playing for Michael J. Fox, Parkinson's Foundation.
And why? Why have you always sort of donated money to his charities? Is this the first time?
No, that's the first time. But, he's a good Canadian. So I thought it would be a good cause. I know that he seems like works hard for it, so I'd like to spread it around a little bit.
Michael J.
Have
Fox,
you
bit of a
seen
hockey
Steve
player
up
from what
there?
I understand, and maybe the two have crossed paths in Los Angeles with Avery playing for the Kings. We should say that no matter how these players finish up in the tournament,
What do you need?
every charity involved getting $5,000 from their respective players.
Look at that.
200 to
Double
I didn't even look at my
tens right
card.
off
Yeah,
the
so
bat
I
for
call.
Avery.
Oh, raised it.
Calls.
2 fours for Brash.
Call.
Scott Walker not in this hand. The other 3 appear to be interested. What does Brad May have?
I'll go 4 plus.
There is no way. Look at this.
This is what I need right here, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to
Pocket pairs, top to bottom.
And here comes the I don't know what to do tactics of Sean Avery.
2,000.
2,000.
Did Walker have a pair of 2s he didn't like or
Good
something?
hands. Good hands.
2,300.
When I spoke to Avery, he said he doesn't play much, and he says he doesn't play on the plane either.
He's made that clear.
Yeah, but he's I think he's more wily than he's
I
letting
haven't
on.
seen a card yet.
Pair of kings, guys, I think wins right now.
And that would be 2 pair for everybody on the table in that case.
Checker bet.
Jack Queen 2 on the flop.
Avery's still sitting pretty with his double tens.
Those green ones are worth a lot, right?
Avery still getting to know the chips a little bit.
And Brashear's thinking, double fours, is pocket fours, is that good?
Oh, yeah. Don't let it go by.
Yeah, no, come on, guys. Let's go 2.
2,000.
That's a more confident bet when you got tens than fours.
What will Donald Brashear do with that? No, thank
No.
you.
Fours weren't that good for him.
2,000.
There you go.
He knew it.
Stick around.
Well, Brad may back up that tough
I
talk.
know it.
You told me you had 2 kings.
I still might.
Don't chase it, though. Or chase it for one more luck, and then you can...
He shouldn't have said it.
You know what? This could be the TSN turning point right here. Right
What'd you
there.
have? Let me see what you
Right there.
have.
No, can't tell you. That was good poker.
Pair of 10s.
You?
Oh, great poker.
What'd you have?
Can't tell you.
Avery quick to pat himself on the back for that one.
Avery talked him out of it,
If I go on to win this tournament,
He might have left
TSN
2,000 in
turning point
chips
right there.
on the table for sure.
You dealer?
No, moves.
We are early here in our second quarterfinal of the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Plenty more turning points to come. And with these 4 colorful players at the table, plenty more shenanigans, I'm sure. You are watching PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff, brought to you by PartyPoker.net, the world's largest poker school. And with special thanks to the National Hockey League Players Association. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Blake Price and Russ Amber here with you. We continue with 4 NHL players at this quarterfinal table. Sean Avery of the Los Angeles Kings, a slim lead over the rest. And the professed
Who you got playing?
novice,
You think it's just
Doing
beginner's
okay.
luck? Yeah.
perhaps.
The blind is 200, sweetie.
Who are your Canucks though first?
Blinds are up, 100 for the smalls, 200 for the bigs.
200?
Tony's playing for the Brashear.
Looking at these 4 players at the table, there's a lot of penalty minutes sitting at the table right now.
You know what Avery told me? Avery said this is the toughest table in the tournament.
It is.
Just very well might be.
I wonder if they've got a deck of cards in the sin bin.
Option, would you like to raise?
You can have mine.
Sheer
No.
legal fund. I got a couple civil suits too.
Yeah, how's that going?
Suited Jack 5.
What do you
Checker
got one
bet.
for?
9, 5, and 2 on the flop.
It's over now.
That gives a pair of 9s to Avery.
You got one, Brash?
Top pair for Avery right now.
Played him last year.
Oh, really?
May with the middle pair.
Like, having to get in a fight with this guy.
Outside of the rink?
No.
On the ice?
Yeah.
And he sued you?
No, the city.
Checker bet.
They're hockey players. Make no mistake about it. They like talking hockey as much as they like talking poker in a tournament like
About
this.
200.
It's 200 to call.
Me too. From playing
gonna
in
pay
the,
to see it.
United League.
Checker bet.
7 of hearts.
Ridiculous.
Check.
Still Avery.
2 pair for
set,
Sean
yep.
Avery.
Check.
Beginner's luck holding true here so far, Russ.
Check.
And a 10 of clubs on the river.
I'll go
And he's got it.
a couple thousand.
A couple of thousand. Now, the couple of thousand, that's actually...
A couple of thousand, 4,000.
May folded right there.
Yeah.
He tried to get a couple extra dollars out of May.
I should have got you betting somehow.
That's what he tried to do.
He's getting the cards. He maybe has to work on the poker face.
Yeah, that's right. But that was actually not a bad move because he tried it small to see if May would bite, but May got out of it.
Okay.
One more.
I really don't know how to play, so if I win this is going to be...
Your big blind is 800, Souray.
Yeah.
Again, Avery just playing the role right now. The blinds are up again. 400 for the smalls, 800 for the bigs.
Is that a read yet?
Wild card? No.
No, he was the last one.
Oh, okay.
It's 800 to call.
Yeah.
Because he looked.
You're good. Just keep calm.
On a
9
9 and
deuce.
2.
These are 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
800. 400 more.
Tell you what, Avery's scaring off Scott Walker.
I'm good.
Walker hasn't been in a whole lot. Not a whole lot in the hands of the players right now.
Brash is getting his game face on more and more as well.
Check or bet.
8-3 king on the flop. Obviously, Brad May with the pair there. Odds-on favorite as we
That is
speak.
2,000.
But Brashear suited. Avery folds.
Brashear with the pair of threes, but that's not going to help him much
Check or
with the
bet.
king out there as well. 6 of spades on the turn. And all of a sudden, Brash has got
That gives him the pair.
2 pair.
2 pair, that's right.
They traded that Hall.
His patience paid off. Didn't look too optimistic going into the turn. He
I think they just, I don't know.
gets the turn.
You know, he played well for them.
May wants to see the
Are they
river.
worried about his...
Guy too.
He didn't get
5,000.
a big... He didn't go to Arb. He got signed...
5,000 bet and Brashear stays.
They signed on it, so they had to get rid of some money. That's where they got rid of me, Johnny, a bunch of D.
And the two guys that are not involved are just talking hockey in the corner. Jack of Hearts on the river, and it will be Brashear's hand.
And look how quick those pile of green ones come out. That's thousands right there.
right now.
15.
Can he get anything more out of Brad May?
How old is he?
12,000.
Is he
Right on 30.
unrestricted?
May is done.
Can't, yeah.
They got Sid Licky done. Luckily, because he was going to be unrestricted at the end.
Good betting.
Yeah, see, they said good betting. Brash played that really well.
And if you missed any player movement during the summer, Avery and Scott Walker getting you up to date on some of the
Now your big blind.
free agent signings around the National Hockey League.
Scott Walker says he likes to play, and I asked him who did he think the best players were. He said Mark Eaton and Paul Correa have it down to a
Minus
science.
400.
Won't be able to play many games with those two anymore. Now with a member of as a member of the Carolina Hurricanes. New poker partners on the horizon for him.
Nowhere near the best hand.
New cards that he didn't like.
He hasn't liked many either. He's thrown a lot back now.
400 to call.
There's Brashear just being patient.
Option.
I've seen this with
Yeah, I'll stay in it.
novice players. They like to play a lot of poker. Right now, Sean Avery's playing a lot of poker. He's in a lot of hands, although he is getting some decent cards as well.
Check or bet.
That could hurt him.
Brad May with the stronger
That is
hand right now. The
2,000.
Yeah,
pair of
the
aces,
pair of aces, sure.
and the pair of threes. 2 pair.
A couple, 5, 8.
4.
See, now he's just trying to bluff his way on this one.
4,000.
I'll re-raise this thing.
Oh, you... Come on.
So I got 4
What are you doing?
plus 8.
He knows too. Brad May knew exactly that was just
10.
that was a weak attempt.
That's a big
And
raise.
May read that
10,000
perfectly.
on top of what I just put out there?
This is good.
He can't
See,
let
and right now he has to fold it. He cannot go in with this because May knows that.
Television, I'm telling you right now.
Avery doesn't back down on the ice. He's not backing down on the tables either.
Yeah, but this is
regardless of the hand.
This is almost suicidal, though, isn't it?
Unless
And May
you got a
knows
pair of
it.
bullets. I'm done if you got that. Maybe you got a hand.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
going-
know.
maybe going for
But
the flush.
I think you've been bluffing the whole day.
Yeah.
Check or bet.
That doesn't help either one of us.
Well,
Help
not
me.
entirely true, but it doesn't help Avery enough, that's for sure.
This is it, guys. This could be to the green room.
Go all in.
Yeah, I think I might.
Don't go all in so you can keep a little bit so you can stick around for...
Yeah, I'm going all in.
Wow.
Brad
You're
May
so full of it.
all in.
Avery tried to talk him out of it, but
The pot jumping to 58,800 right now. Have yet to see
I
the
guess I
river.
got it too.
No.
No way. What's he got?
Pair of eights.
Avery all in.
Push it in. I don't even know what I do here.
84,000 is the
I got 2
pot.
pairs.
Oh, Jesus.
And a 4 of clubs on the
that'll
river.
do it.
There was
I didn't
nothing
get
that could help Sean Avery.
But that was bad from the beginning. May
still got
knew
one.
he didn't have anything.
Yes.
Boy, he's pumped, eh? Look at that.
I'd say it was his goal celebration, but we don't get to see it that often.
Look at Avery. He's shell-shocked right now. That was rough.
Nice.
Well, a nice start for Sean Avery. I mean, he shows that he's not a poker veteran, but he's got a couple of wins early. That one will really sting.
Yeah, but that one hurt because Brad May took him on that one. That really hurt him. I asked Brad May before, who are some of the best poker players he's played with? He said Jeremy Roenick and Keith Kachuk.
He's one of the best at this table. We'll let you know the chip tally when we return to the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Welcome back to Montreal, Canada, the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Blake Price and Russ Anber here with you. The chip tally looks like this. Brad May of the Colorado Avalanche in front after that last big win. Donald Brashear of the Washington Capitals, Scott Walker of the Hurricanes, and Sean Avery of the Los Angeles Kings, the victim of the last win for Brad May, falling far behind.
Shell-shocked Sean Avery from that last hand.
Now, we know he's not a super experienced player. Does he do something desperate here to try and get back into this game in a hurry?
He was shaking there. The confidence is shaking now. Let's see if he plays like he played at the beginning of this. No, he didn't like that.
He's playing cautious. Jack and 10 in the hand of
Option.
Brad May.
Here's
Scott
Scott
Walker and Donald Brashear both in.
Yeah, we haven't seen Scott in a while. Ooh, clubs.
4, Queen, 9.
And Brashear is already assured of this right off the bat. Look at that. Now, let's see. Watch. You see, you don't know that Brashear's got this. Let's see how he's going to make this bet.
2,000.
Brad May, confident bet.
2,000.
Walker
Scott Walker
says no.
senses something.
Can't get anything.
Now, look at Brashear. You see, he's hesitating. Oh, Brad, can I go in? Oh.
Good. Good.
How lofty a raise is it?
They're all
5,000
thousands.
more.
5,000. That's a good bet. That's a good bet he got out of Brad May.
Big, but not overly tempting.
That's right.
Oh, we got a little action.
There's a couple of ladies.
Check her back.
Of course, doesn't change anything for Donald Brashear.
10.
Just looking for gravy. Is that too big, though?
Yeah.
Does this chase Brad May? Maybe he should have done another 5,000.
Little greedy there.
You got it.
No, I can't. No, I'm good.
No, see, he's smart.
Might have
He's
been
a
too big.
smart player, yeah.
It might have been too big, though. He might have been able to
If
go
he went
one
another
further.
5.
Yeah, maybe. Regardless, strong win for Donald Brashear on the
Nice hand.
backs of that 5,000 raise earlier.
I think, though, it was a part scare off, but there was also Brad May just didn't have the cards there. He's a smart player. I think he'd have probably folded anyways.
So Donald Brashear gets his first big win at this table. Sean Avery, again, needing to make some hay to get back into this.
Boy, you get such a feeling that Brashear is so intense, right? Like the vibe coming off him, even just sat there looking at his cards. It's a devastating vibe.
Doesn't hurt that he's as big as he is.
Well, it certainly adds to it.
Cool.
400 more to call.
Brashear with pocket pairs.
Call. Option.
Little deuces.
We know
Second
that
raise.
Yes.
one more 2 is in the hand of Brad May.
Looking for some green.
So the
ones,
chances
though.
for a triple for Brashear just went down.
That's 3,000. Both 3.
Pocket pairs for Sean Avery. We've seen this a couple of times.
Now here,
I'll get you back in the game.
I'm out.
Come on.
Avery is, have to play the double knaves. I mean, no doubt about it. Now, how much can he get out of Brashear?
Whoa.
Check her back.
8 and a pair of
heat,
kings
boys.
on the flop. Very, very strong for Sean Avery.
Check her back.
Avery checked. That was good.
3,000 checks.
Brashear can't read it.
Check it back.
Free card. 6 of spades on the turn.
Well, I got to bet now. 2,500.
Call. I got a call.
Got free
That keeps them interested.
Good on Avery to get some money out of Brashear.
Yeah.
They're falling apart on
You'd be raising me a little bit more, Brash, wouldn't you?
And a 6 of diamonds.
3 6s there.
Check it back.
I'll go all in.
You got it.
Avery comes over the top. All in.
You got it. Yeah, it's fine. I just got the
Easily
Did you go-
walks
did you-
away with that. There was no doubt, really, right from the start.
Okay.
Brashear, I'm surprised he
Even after
Even went in the extras, you're
I
right.
was beat already.
Because he thought there was something fishy because he bet 3,000, then the next time he checked, so he said this isn't right.
No. Avery's still
for one more
trying to
player
find maybe the right way to peel some money out of these guys around the table right now. Still waiting to see a lot from Scott Walker. 4 players still battling for top place at this table. More action to come on the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Welcome back to Montreal, Canada. It's a former home of a baseball team, I believe, Russ.
Hey, don't rub it in.
We're back at the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff from Montreal. Brad May of the Colorado Avalanche in the lead. Former Vancouver Canuck, of course, which is why he's playing for Canuck Place Children's Hospice.
Whoa, bouncing.
Blinds are up now. 400 for the smalls, 800 for the bigs.
10 queen.
Sean Avery established himself as the novice, but as a bit of a player as well so far in these past few hands. But he's still behind.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, we got a lot of action, boys. This could be
What are
it.
these? These are...
He plays a lot of poker. He plays a lot of poker.
Option.
Every time Avery goes in, it seems like Scott Walker folds.
He saw the ace. He wanted to bet.
Patient table here.
And there's another ace. 2 and a 9 of hearts. And Avery is getting rewarded
Very patient.
for staying in the game.
Well, we'll go 500. 500?
The minimum bet is 800.
Oh. Don't throw your cards in. Otherwise, I'll check. I'll check then, just to see if you'll stick around. Maybe I get some action.
He's got to bet. He said he's going to bet. He has to bet. He's still learning the nuances.
800.
to call.
Brash doesn't like that. And I don't
It's not
think
much.
May does either. No.
all that?
He does 500. I know. Trying to keep us in.
Then next one would be $6,000.
He goes from 500.
That's where his inexperience is starting to show. He just can't seem to get the extra money out of the players, can he, Blake?
The wins don't hurt, though. He's winning, and that's all that counts. Scott Walker doing a lot of watching so far. Before the action began, though, he spoke to Alicia Cuthbert in the PartyPoker.net VIP Players Lounge.
Well, I'm good.
Was there any advice that you could give to someone who maybe is just kind of now with the popularity of poker kind of going, hey, I want to try this? Is there an advice that you could give them that could help?
You just have to practice and learn a lot more. You know, the thing with being a hockey player is we're always in confrontation, and I find in poker that if you let yourself get into confrontation, you know, it's the fastest way out of the game, and that's the hardest thing for me is not letting hands go. I always want to, you know, if the guy's going to beat you, you don't want to be showing at the end that he bluffed you out, and that's the worst feeling. So I always think you'll sometimes end up paying too much to see hands that you know you're going to get beat on.
And so for your charity, what is it that you are donating your money to?
Playing in Nashville for so long, I've been involved with the Garth Brooks Teammates for Kids. So, you know, I've been a big fan of them and a big supporter, and Garth's always been great to me. I've done a few things with him, so, you know, I'm proud to donate my money to them.
Garth Brooks, pretty famous hockey fan. Blinds are up, by the way. 500 for the small, 1,000 for the big. $100,000 being put up by PartyPoker.net for all the various charities involved in this.
He's a smart guy. He's just not getting the cards either, Blake. And when I spoke to him, he said that it's good to get a lead and play loose because he says it's hard to play with a small stack, and how right he is.
Comes the flop, 7, 8, 5, and
Check your bet,
the 7
please.
certainly helps Brad
Check.
May, and now has a pair of them.
Check 2.
Go 500.
Sean Avery playing, surprise, surprise.
1,000 is minimum. I'll go 1,000.
It's just not convincing, is it? Like he lays the bet and it's not convincing because he wanted to only bet 500.
A little cavalier. There's another 7.
Check your bet, please.
Check.
Brad
What are
May.
they? Triple hockey sticks there?
Brad May waiting to see what Sean Avery will do with this.
He's just trying to get
On
me-
the check.
And he goes for it. Huh? Can you be a
Because you're gonna go
kamikaze
1,000,
player?
So why didn't you just bet 1,000?
I'm going to re-raise. So I got 1,000. 1,000 plus, let's make it 10. 10 more.
Avery looking at his cards again. They're not getting any better.
No, they're not.
And again, still the queen and the 6.
Where'd you go?
10,000.
10,000.
Well, whatever. I mean, that's all in. I don't have that much here.
You know, I didn't.
No, keep all in. You go all in.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm
Okay.
all in.
Avery all in.
You think
with
he just
not
wants
a lot?
You think he just wants to go home early? Because that's exactly what he's going to do against somebody like Brad
I have,
May.
53,800 on the
straight,
line.
right?
If there's one thing he would have learned in the amount of times the cards have gone around is that May plays properly. May's just not going on a whim and throwing in $10,000 just because he feels like
And
it.
he thinks a straight is on the table for May. Little does he know what he has. A 3 comes up, but it's the 3 sevens
3 sevens.
that will clinch it for Brad May.
I'm done. It's interview time. You want all
Afraid
that?
so, Mr. Avery.
I'll take some of it on the way by.
Sean Avery of the Los Angeles Kings, the first to leave this,
buddy.
oh, dare we say, tough guy table.
I'll see you guys
It was a
after
tough
this.
table to be sure,
you, Brad.
and Avery had some early success, but in the end, Brad May takes him out.
What is that? Live by the sword, die by the sword?
That's right.
Still $5,000, mind you, going to the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Research Foundation. Afterwards, we spoke to Sean Avery about the fatal hand.
It was a all-in with Mr. May, and it obviously didn't work out because I'm getting interviewed right now. So, the best of luck to my opponents.
Sean Avery of the Kings is gone, but 3 players remain. More action still to come here on the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. Welcome back to Montreal for the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. The chip count looks like this. Brad May of the Colorado Avalanche, the leader with over 92,000 in chips. Donald Brashear of the Capitals. Scott Walker of the Hurricanes, trailing behind.
Scott just hasn't gotten the cards, has he, Blake?
He hasn't played much.
No.
Thank you.
There's the blinds from 1,000 to 2,000.
All right. Oh, buddy, here.
Brashear's taking off his hat. What do you think that means? He wants to look meaner?
He does look a little more intimidating with the hat off. I'll give it to you.
1,000.
Call.
Option.
No wonder he's in. King and a jack, not a bad hand for all 3, I'll say.
So you were big blind.
Oh, was I big blind? Sorry.
So
So you're in.
My bad.
Here comes the flop. Jack, ace, and 6 of hearts.
Check your bet, please.
Pair of aces for
That's
Brad
going to
May.
kill Walker, isn't it?
yeah, bet 5.
Pair of jacks for Donald Brashear, but he's going to need some help.
5,000 to call. 5,000 to call.
The 2 men with pairs. All that's left now.
You know what? Avery went out because he made mistakes. Scott Walker is losing his money without making mistakes. He's just not getting the cards.
And as the blinds go up,
It's hurting him.
ooh, big breath from Brad May as
There's a
the
nickel.
turn
Check your bet,
comes.
please.
I'll bet 10.
To really help Brad May. As if he needed it. Now 2 pair for Donald Brashear to compete with.
10 to call.
You'd
Yeah,
think he
he
knew
knows,
what Brad
he knows.
May's hand was.
He knows May doesn't throw the chips on the table for nothing. It's one thing to bluff, but it's another thing to throw your chips down because you've got the cards to back it up. And Brashear knows that May's got the cards.
He's looking at those 1,000 chips rather closely. Is he saying goodbye to them?
He calls it. I'm surprised. I didn't expect Brashear to do that. Now May's thinking, though. Because Brashear took a long time to make that decision. May's thinking now.
Will Donald Brashear get the king he wants? Not even Brad May thinks he can do it. 9 of spades. We know what that means. One last chance for Brad May to peel some chips out of Donald Brashear's stacks.
I'm going to go all in for you, whatever that is.
It's almost a gentleman's approach to it, right? Whatever you got, Donald, I'll go in.
And there are a lot of green chips in there.
No.
Donald Brashear's seen enough.
Yep.
A 90,600 chip pot for Brad May, extending his chip lead. Wow.
What is it? One.
We played a few practice hands with Brad May in the PartyPoker.net VIP Players Lounge, and he's taking this tournament pretty seriously.
He is, and so is Brashear. Now that Brashear lost that one, he didn't like losing that one. That was a heavy hand to lose.
I know.
1,000 a call.
Let's see if Walker's luck changes. Queen 7 suited, and Brash with 9 and 5. Oh, when they drop for you, they drop for you, don't they, Blake?
5 of hearts, Jack of spades, and a 9 of diamonds on the flop. And Donald Brashear,
2 pairs.
4,000.
now has the 2 pair, basically the reverse situation of the last time.
He's going all in. Whatever Walker's got.
He chose the wrong time to come in. Pot is 45,800.
No, Walker's throwing them away.
Smart move. He gets to play another hand or 2 or 3. And a big win for Brashear will give him a little more confidence going through, because he was getting a little thin after the win for Brad May previously.
You might have just been staying in to check out the flop because you were a big blind. No, sir. I'll go all in.
Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of change in Donald Brashear's face since this game began. He is the silent assassin.
Nice name. The Silent Assassin. Ooh, there's the ladies, and they've come to dance.
Race.
Race right off the bat. Race.
Those are the kind of cards that could get Scott Walker back into this.
What's that, 4,000 race?
Looks like a bunch of apartment buildings in front of Brad May right now.
May's thinking. King 10 suited. He had to come in with that.
No slouch.
Not at all. See what the flop brings. King.
Check or bet, please.
Brad May back in this game.
Wow, does that turn it around? Can you believe this?
I'll bet 8.
And Walker's thinking he's got to be feel comfortable now with a pair of pocket queens.
I'll raise all in.
All in from Scott Walker. When he plays, he plays.
But I mean, here he is thinking he's got those pocket queens.
Oh, yes, I'm in.
You got the king?
I do.
Brad May says bring it on. 63,600 in the pot.
But he didn't expect this.
Oh.
Not good.
Understatement of the night.
The queen, come on.
Looking for another lady.
No.
Face card,
No
not the
lady.
one he needed.
Mayday.
Mayday, but it's Scott Walker that's saying it. Scott Walker, now of the Carolina Hurricanes,
See you guys.
the second to depart the table.
He just wasn't lucky at all, Blake. I mean, even when he had good cards, he couldn't win.
So from 3 former Canucks, we now have 2. And we asked Walker why he decided that his 2 ladies would be the hand to take him all the way back into this thing.
I had a pair of queens, so I thought I was short stacked, so I thought it was time to go all in. And I knew there was an overcard out there, but 2 guys heads up, and chances were he was either going to let it go or have it. So unfortunately, had it, but it was one of the better times I thought I had to go all in.
Heads up action when we come back with Scott Walker of the Hurricanes out of the mix. Brad May and Donald Brashear remain on the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. This is the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. A look at some of the kids that are supported by the NHLPA's Goals and Dreams Fund, Donald Brashear's charity of choice. He has some work cut out for him if he wants to give that charity $20,000. Both Avery and Walker are gone. May and Brashear remain.
He can play a little looser, though, now. He knows he's into the next round.
He's into the next round. The two players now competing for their stacks of chips in front of them in the semifinals. The winner of this table will have $60,000 in front of them. The loser, the runner-up, if you will, $40,000 for the next round.
Yeah. See, now that's only because he's got such a big stack in front of him, right? Otherwise, there would be no way he'd be staying in with an eight nickel.
Big lead in the chipboard. Already off to the next round, and Donald Brashear has full costume on now.
Check her back.
Getting all kinds of looks from Brashear, aren't we?
He's right there with the straight, too. Off the flop.
8.
8 is the minimum.
Brad May pretty close to it himself.
8,000.
I'll see it.
Oh, he's getting some extra money out of May.
Start hoping for a queen.
He wants to come back against May.
An 8 gives him what he already had. And now he's got to hope that the straight just plays out on the table.
Check. I'll check.
And he gets a free look at it. It doesn't happen.
All in.
Donald Brashear's hand. And he lets him know it. He is all in. He can afford it, Brad May could, if he had cards. I don't think he's got much confidence.
Does he want to pay to see them, though?
We're all friends. I'm going to go all in, too.
Oh, look at... Yeah, but, see, again, they know they're both going on to the next round.
2 pairs, 8s and 9s.
It doesn't matter now.
He had it from the get-go. You'd have to think.
There's no straight there, right?
10, Jack, queen. Yes.
Yeah, straight.
Straight.
I had it on the floor.
They might eat it now.
Oh,
It's an easy win for Donald Brashear. Over 105,000 in chips.
oh, what a terrible play.
After the fact, of course.
But you're right, it may be a little too loosey-goosey.
Yeah, but they're both in. It doesn't matter.
Match them.
They're both on to the next round. Now this is just for bragging rights.
He's just extended Donald Brashear's life at the table, however.
It's your first.
And an ace and a 5 right now.
And he's in. And you know what? At this point in the game, Blake, that a high card like an ace or a face card, you're going to bet when you're down to heads up or one-on-one.
Brad May, not bad cards either, though, so he's going to come right after him.
Boy, Brashear's serious. He's in, boy. He wants to win. He's got his game face on.
Eye contact down to a minimum level.
Check her
5, 6, and Jack on the flop. Pair
That
of
gives
fives.
Brashear, yeah, the pair of 5s. Ace high.
$15,000.
15,000 now to Brashear. Eagerly in.
I wonder if Brashear would have gone in if Brad May would have made that bet with the 3 or 4 guys still at the table.
It changes, as you mentioned. There's a certain security now.
Check her back.
And there comes another king on the turn. Brad May in the position of strength with the pair of kings.
Put him there at 15.
He's staying with his same bet amount of 15,000.
See, and that's a good bet because now Brashear doesn't know if it was the jack that put May over or if it was the king.
He's
calling.
calling.
Feels comfortable with that ace high and
What do you got over there, buddy?
double nickel. See, Brad doesn't know what he's got either.
Brashear has to think May has something with the 2 face cards down on the table.
And what a difference. See, May's loose and he's smiling and laughing.
buddy.
Brashear, you can't even get him to crack a smile.
Doesn't help either one of us.
A 4 of
Except for a little
clubs
straight.
on the river. Sealing the deal for Brad May.
Check your
can
back,
he
City.
peel any more from Donald Brashear?
You know what? I'm just going to hang out and let Donald control the pace. Here,
Donald didn't want that.
Checking to Brashear.
Check. Yeah, I'm going to bet.
They turn them over. Easy win for Brad May. Not much analysis needed.
Is the king going to show up?
Yeah.
That's why they got to bet.
Yeah, that's stupid.
No, as soon as every king, you get him every time.
The king started to scare him. That's what he said. As soon as the king came down on the turn, he knew that May had something going on. And again, the development in front of Brad May continues to swell. It's a full-on neighborhood. Heads-up action continuing. Brad May and Donald Brashear remain here in Montreal for the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff. This is the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff, brought to you by PartyPoker.net, the world's largest poker school, and with special thanks to the National Hockey League Players Association. Donald Brashear of the Washington Capitals continues to trail. Brad May of the Colorado Avalanche was a comfortable lead, but not as big as it once was after some good play from Brash over the last few hands.
And two contrasting styles going head-to-head here. And the blinds are now up 4,000 and 8,000 for the big blind.
You know, we had a good theme at this table. A few tough guys involved here. Coming up on deck, by the way, a couple of Montreal Canadiens, home table advantage, Sheldon Souray and Craig Rivet, waiting in the VIP Players Lounge.
I can cheer for them, right?
You can.
There you go.
Suited 8-9 for Donald Brashear. Very interesting. Brad May at the high card, though. 10 of clubs. Oof.
Check your bet.
Pair of kings on the flop.
I got to go all in with the Kings.
Will this be a do-or-die hand?
You going all in?
Yeah.
The pot, our biggest so far, 143,200 chips.
I knew you were going all in. So I said that. I knew you were. I can't go. No.
He's not taking it.
Donald Brashear says no thank you.
Pair of Kings.
Brad May steals some blind.
Am I small or big?
You're small, 5,000.
Smalls are up to 5,000 for the small, 10,000 for the big. You have to play every hand.
Pretty much. And if you look at the chip count of Brashear, you don't see any green ones sitting there, which are the $1,000 ones.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
And everything, it's a sea of green around Brad May.
Here come the cards.
It's 5,000 to call.
Queen 5 for Brad May.
Option.
If he plays as well as he has been playing, this won't last one or two more hands.
Brashear's not going down without a fight, though. Let's see if he stays in after the flop, though.
8 queen 6 on the flop. Pair of queens for Brad May now.
What's my
And Brash
my bet?
check.
It's 10. I'll bet 10.
4 bets 10,000.
He is quickly getting too rich for Donald Brashear's blood.
But he doesn't have the cards. Even if he had the money, he doesn't have the cards to back that up. There you go. He had to do that.
Let's see how many hands. We are down to a critical last few, you would think, for Donald Brashear.
Especially with the blinds the way they are. That's the damaging thing. The blinds go so high. If he doesn't get the cards and can't play, there's no way he's going to be able to out-bluff Brad May, because Brad's got all the... Look at all that. All those chips there, and green ones, too.
Might need to wheel up a trolley beside him. Losing space to play his cards.
$5,000.
Eight and jack suited.
5,000 to call.
All in.
That was the right one, probably.
Yeah.
I'll see it, too.
Okay.
Oh, he wants to see it. With a queen 10 as well.
all in.
2 high cards for Brad May also.
84%.
He's been getting good cards. I mean, he's plays well, but boy, the cards have just been falling for him.
They'll sit back and watch the cards play out. A pair of 5s and a 6 on the table. This will be live or die for Donald Brashear. A king and a 3, the final 2 to hit the table. Brad May stands up, shakes the hand of Donald Brashear. The 2 will walk on to the semifinals, but Brad May will have 60,000 in chips in front of him as he takes the table.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We wanted to know what Donald Brashear was thinking during that last hand as he fought for his life here at the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff.
I had Jack 9 of spades. I figured it would be my best chance to try to get some money back from Brad, but he was still stronger. I got a little aggressive when we started the heads up, so that was probably my mistake.
As for Brad May, the larger mountain of chips will be in front of him during the semifinals. Is that going to be an advantage for him?
I feel no advantage. I feel like this, it was definitely, it was a fun couple hours playing here. I don't play too often. I play with the guys on the airplanes and when we're traveling a little bit, but I don't want to give anything away. I just having fun and, hopefully we can win and raise some money for the charities.
The semifinal brackets continue to fill out. Donald Brashear and Brad May move on to the semifinal round. Scott Walker and Sean Avery don't go away empty-headed. $5,000 to donate to their chosen charities. For Russ Amber, I'm Blake Price signing off from Montreal on the PartyPoker.net Charity Faceoff.